It's me, Misali, the guy who allegedly makes Conlang Critic. It's been a while since I've done that, and no, the next video after this isn't going to be Conlang Critic either. I'm just on a real genuine not Conlang Critic streak, and I'd hate to break it, so here we go, Q&A.
What made you want to start Conlang Critic?
I was reading about Conlangs and I thought, hey, I wonder if anyone's done like Conlang reviews or something, so I googled Conlang Critic and I couldn't find anything. I then thought to myself, darn, I kinda wanted to watch a Conlang review series. I guess the only way for that to happen is for me to make my own, but I don't really have any strong enough Conlang opinions to justify doing that. Oh well. Then I learned what the Lojban word for 42 is, and the rest is history. Elfalk asks,
what is your favorite phonological feature in any language?
The uvular implosive.
Do you think the Conlang community, especially the subreddit, could do with being a little less snobby?
Yes, absolutely. Everyone always forgets to have fun.
Do you have a linguistics background, or are you currently studying linguistics?
No to both. I'm just a casual language fan. Everything I know about linguistics is stuff I figured out on my own from reading Wikipedia and stuff.
When you say that Toki Pona is a good IAL, do you mean for international politics/science, or just for casual communication between people who speak different languages?
Right, so I called Toki Pona a good interlang, which you might notice is a slightly broader category than international auxiliary language. Toki Pona's ambiguity defo prevents it from being a full IAL, but the incredibly short amount of time it takes to learn it makes it perfect for casual conversation. As of now, I have yet to come across a language that could honestly work as an international auxiliary language, which is either because all the good IALs have bad marketing, or because there aren't any good IALs. Crippling Doubt asks,
I'm trying to get my partner into conlanging. Where should I start?
Just keep making ejective sounds at them until they break up with you.
Why do almost all conlangs have both M and N even when those two are sometimes difficult to distinguish from each other?
The bilabial and alveolar nasals are two of the most common sounds cross-linguistically. It's pretty weird when a language doesn't distinguish between them.
Could you review natural languages in the future?
The thing about reviewing natlangs is that whereas conlangs are made by specific people and are usually trying to do specific things, natlangs just sort of come about without any clear purpose. You can't point your finger at anyone and say, like, why is this vowel system so asymmetrical? Because it really isn't anyone's fault, and there isn't really a reason. Quasar Booster asks,
considering how your previous icon was John Bowers, are you aware of the small branch of math called Googology? If so, what are some of your favorite things about it?
For those of you who don't know, this is a highly edited image of this guy, who famously once said the word gongulus and everyone took him seriously for some reason. That right there is what I love about Googology. It's this whole field of mathematics where people come up with these really silly names for numbers that are way too big to ever be used. It's so great.
What is your favorite retired Toki Pona word?
Gietesantakalu. Ellie asks,
why exactly do you say SEXIMAL/base 6 is the best base?
Top 3 reasons why SEXIMAL, aka SENARY or HEXIMAL, is the best base. Number 3. When you're counting on your fingers, the only amounts of fingers a 5-finger hand can have extended are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Unless you want to do some advanced finger counting techniques and do some more complicated gestures, this is the limit for how high you can count on one hand. This, after you get to 5, you need to start using your other hand concept, is very easy to compare to after you get to 5, you need to add another digit, and so using both hands, counting in SEXIMAL, you can go up to 35, or up 55 for 5 6s plus 5. Number 2. If we define a simple representation of a rational number as having either 4 or less terminating digits or 3 or less digits that include a repeating section, SEXIMAL is the smallest base with a simple representation of 1/2, 1/3, 1/4, 1/5, 1/6, 1/7, 1/8, 1/9, and 1/10. Number 1. SEXIMAL has the sex word in it. Someone of the underground Mupishane asks,
your excessive forcing of people to follow with your political stance of liberalism on your Discord server is blatantly ridiculous. Also, the other bans on your server are because you felt necessary to ban someone to demonstrate your authority.
Man, who knew that Jan Misali was a full-blown SJW this whole time? That guy keeps strictly enforcing his extremist political ideas like Nazis are bad and slurs are offensive and non-binary people exist. It's like he's trying to alienate this entire side of his audience. What's the deal? I Hate Numbers 234 asks,
other than the one you're working on, what other ideas do you have for retconlang?
First off, I've seen a lot of confusion about this, so I'm just going to clarify it now. Conlang is a new side series for Conlang Critic where in each episode I'll present my own version of a conlang that has interesting ideas that I don't think were executed very well. The first episode is going to be my take on a future version of English, like Futurese. Anyway, as of now I don't have very many ideas of what sorts of things will work for later episodes of Conlang. I know eventually I'm going to make an IAL, but that's probably not going to be like episode 2. I guess I'll just wait for inspiration to strike or something.
In English, some words basically describe the same thing but with positive or negative connotations, such as tease versus harass or fib versus lie. Let's pretend that you were in the process of inventing your own language and that you wanted to make some normally shunned thing more appealing. What word would you make more tame or playful? Alternatively, What currently existing tame word would you change to sound more despicable?
This is more of a cultural thing than a language thing, but I like the idea of having a word for strange or weird that doesn't have any negative connotations. For whatever reason, those sorts of words keep getting used as insults. Oh, and I'd love to have a clearer distinction between logical, as in thinking things through before doing them, and logical, as in not having any basic empathy and calling yourself smart for it.
Why don't you remove the comments on your YouTube videos being anti-gender nonconforming or anti-feminist or etc.?
Right, so I'm not nearly as strict with the YouTube comment section as I am with the Discord server. I usually make sure to remove all the, really bad stuff. Generally, though, I think it's more fun to just make fun of them. Horrible people have a tendency to think that if you silence them, then it means you're just too afraid to debate them. Which is dumb, and they deserve to be mocked for thinking that. It's always really funny when I call someone a goofus and they say I'm using an ad hominem attack or something because they're too much of a goofus to realize that I'm not actually debating them. But hey, I am specifically all about alienating right-wingers who think their opinions matter, so if any of you think handling the comments more strictly will be a more effective way of doing that, please let me know.
Do you smoke weed?
Nope, okay, we're done. See you later this month maybe with that retconlang thing.